By the way, we're all, anxious to see what you bid on for us for Christmas.
Well, what is under $10?
Yeah, right.
Maybe I'll get you a free autograph. I can do that, right?
Now, Amanda, take notes now. Make sure you agree with me. Now, yes, this is a big deal this week because the running back depth has taken a hit.
Amanda, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to disagree with both of you because I say it's no big deal because as I was the only one who said it was a big deal last week, you have a capable backup in Boom Herron. Yes, it is disappointing. Ahmad Bradshaw is coming off a great game in Atlanta, but it is no big deal because Boom Herron has shown he can get it done as well.
Amanda sticking to her guns.
Until Frank or Boom Herron gets hurt, then it's going to be a big deal next week. Then we can.
Our dear friend, Roosevelt Colvin. Rosie, we're going to start first with, are you encouraged or concerned after seeing the whole body of work in the preseason?
I think I'm right in the middle.
Playing 2 games at 40 is very different than playing the last 7 games. From a stamina perspective, do you think he can hold up for the rest of the season?
Well, that's the biggest risk. I mean, you're dealing with a 40-year-old, as good as Matt was in those 2 games. I think when you're looking at the long-term situation.
Our first topic, if you're Larry Bird, 11th pick in the draft, who are you guys going with? Kent?
I'm taking the guy who can help me the most right away, and the guy who's going to bring some culture into my locker room. Now, that's
what I'm saying is that's an example of. I'm not saying Larry Bird has a habit with it, but what I'm saying is that's an example of, hey, look. Our locker room, what does Larry Bird always say? When I was a player, if a guy came in here, we knew that the team would handle the situation. He trusts the veterans on his team to handle those situations. Didn't work for him in the Evan Turner deal.
Didn't work for him with Lance either.
But he thought it would.
Or how about Andrew Bynum?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right.
So looking at the current locker room.
Yeah.
Again, we've got David West. We have Roy Hibbert with player options this season. Will they be back?
David West is going to be back. If the Pacers could figure out a way to not have Roy Hibbert come back and cost him $15.5 million, they would do whatever that took. But there are going to be no takers. The 30 teams in the NBA don't want Roy Hibbert at 15.5. One of them's going to get him, and it's the Pacers.
No question Roy Hibbert's going to be back. I personally believe that when Larry Bird and, when they were talking about it, and Frank Vogel saying that they want to go more up-tempo, they were trying to plant the seed in Roy Hibbert in his mind of, hey, maybe this will cause Roy to explore out there. Ken, you're exactly right. $15.5 million. Roy Hibbert's not even going to flip through the phone book. Are you kidding me? Nobody else is going to pay him that. Roy Hibbert absolutely is going to be back. And I think actually they're going to continue to probably utilize him because you might as well get something out of his contract and get something out of his size.
The thing he does best is cheer on teammates. I think he's going to be able to do a lot of that this year.
That's a hard quality, right, to have. No, I mean, as they talk about, they want to go smaller, they want to run more. How do you see him fitting into that?
He doesn't fit into it at all.
So again, back to cheering on teammates.
Yeah,
I still think
the biggest Pacers fan.
I think that was a negotiating ploy.
Are they ready to play a pivotal role in a defense that is hoping to go to the Super Bowl?
I think they probably can be ready to play. At the end of the day, you're a rookie for a reason. It's your first initial opportunity to get out there and play live snaps. If I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going right down the middle of the defense just because I got 2 fresh pieces of meat in there and they have no idea what they're going to go through and what the NFL season is like. And so from a defensive coordinator standpoint, you got to make sure you're going to roll both those guys in and out. You're going to protect them in some way. So whatever their disadvantages are, their weaknesses are, you got to make sure you put them in positive situations and positions. And you got to hope that one of the 2 or even both of them step up and make a lot of plays early on. But that to me is a concern right down the middle of the defense.
You kind of chuckled a little bit when he said, rookies are the same as vets.
Well, I mean, you do have guys or situations that they come in and they play really well right away. You look at J.J. Watt. I mean, he burst on the scene as a rookie and played really well. Do you have that in these guys? You never know, and you don't go into that. I mean, I don't think they were drafted that high. So if you're J.J. Watt, then hey, show us right now.
You got to hope that they are, right?
In 3 days, we need you to come transform into J.J. A.J. Watt, somebody.
Now, another kind of big trade that was overshadowed this week, C.O. Moore, they're bringing in from Oakland for a late-round pick in 2016. Do you like this move? Does it matter?
I love the move. I think it's 2 years too late. We said it before we went on air. I think the Colts have been missing a playmaking linebacker since my buddy Cato June left. Nothing against Gary Brackett, great plug linebacker, spirit and heart of the defense. Those 2 guys you're missing in the middle. You need, in the middle of a defense, you need 3 guys. You need a playmaking defensive tackle or nose tackle. You need a playmaking or plug linebacker, and you need a safety. They only have one of those, and that's Mike Adams, that is our good friend here. So at the end of the day, they have some work to do, and I think my opinion is drafting a younger guy, drafting a defensive tackle, and drafting a linebacker would have been high on my board, but I'm not the GM, although we are in decent hands because the guy went to Purdue, so
right,
we'll see what happens.
That's good enough.
Yeah,
you know.
good
This
enough.
is really the Purdue show because we got Stephanie White on here too.
I love
we have
Stephanie.
you.
Yep, me.
Purdue played
Yeah, all day
today.
long. Yeah.
So.
Let's not talk about what happened to Purdue.